Sagittarius, and welcome to your June reading. So, I meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about this month. First card, I have the Sun. So right away, this is a big, the Sun. So light, everything is obvious. There's enthusiasm, there's joy, and all of that. Here's an end. Go there. Okay. Then I have the Wheel of Fortune and I have the Four of Wands. So Wheel of Fortune, Four of Wands is another celebration card. It's another, everything is on the surface. There's nothing lurking underground. That's why we say it's a celebration card. It's when the willpower is strong, like four legs of a table, and also able to share with others and all of that. All you see is clear. Wheel of Fortune, there's something that you understood, and maybe a decision or whatever, but there's this big clarity that kind of makes the Wheel of Fortune turn for you. And then we have Strength and we have the Six of Swords. By being in your higher self, this took strength. Okay, as soon as strength comes in, it's either going to take strength or it took strength. And strength in the sense of mastering oneself in choosing to act from our higher self instead of our programming, our animalistic side, our reactionary side. And with this strength, you were able to move yourself into calmer waters from this situation, from this decision. And it's probably something that came before, because I see here with that first row, in the bottom here I have the Fool, so that tells me that you did finish a cycle maybe last month or something like that. And right now it's like the settling down and the embodying of the lessons of that past cycle. So let's continue. Under the Sun, I have the Queen of Swords. So that is the queen that is wise, because she has turned her past heartaches and disappointments and ways of being with the sword. She's turned that into wisdom. She's looking in front of her with total discernment. Her perspective is from a healed, wise place. That is the Queen of Swords upright. After that, I have the Star. So it's like having a perspective of understanding everything we went through with total integrity. And when there's total integrity in who we are. And that's why she's naked there. And the emotional baggage is poured back with that new lesson, with that authenticity. It puts us directly aligned with our star, giving us the opportunity to receive from the universe. It's that time of peace and clarity. So here we have peace and clarity. And it's almost like a relief also, the Star. After we had the big transformation, usually. And then after, I have the Nine of Pentacle with the Five of Swords. Since the Queen of Swords is there, that tells me that her perspective, and probably the lesson that was before, was about how maybe we used our mind to compensate for our lack of self-security. The Nine of Pentacles, she knows who she is, she knows her value, and there's no question about it. She doesn't have to feel valued by the outside. She knows it herself. That's an independence card. And that notion is what you understood that made the world turn, putting everything on the surface, being able to celebrate with others and all of that. And here, so we have the Fool, and we have the Three of Wands. So our perspective is different. What is going to be in the bolts that we are going to receive later in life from our decision, from our perspective and all of that, is going to be different than what we used to receive also, because we are changing our attitude in the way we interact with people. And here it is. See, when I was saying that she knows her value, here we have the Queen of Pentacle, and that's her motto. I know who I am, I know I have enough, I know I'm supported, I know I am enough. Queen of Pentacle. And here we have Death, the transformation, and the Five of Cups. So it's almost like, instead of looking at everything that was sad and that you grieved in your life, your emotional heartache, instead of looking at that in the cloud of darkness, looking at the lack and the losses, you are actually transforming that and really leaving that behind to let place to this new vision of yourself, which is the Sagittarius, that is enough, that has enough, that is supported, and all of that. So let's see how this can be clarified. I call upon the divine. I call upon Spirit, Holy Spirit. I call upon the light. I call upon my guides. Help me clarify this reading for Sagittarius for the month of June. Sagittarius for the month of June. Okay. Okay, show me the sun. Why is the sun there? So clarity, enthusiasm. Okay. Judgment. Because there was a rise in vibration. There was a judgment. And judgment, this is when we can finally hear the trumpet of the angels that is trying to rise our vibration. So there has been a transformation here. That's the card number 20. Just before the world, 21, 22. So here, this is like everything from the past, everything that was gone is revived so that it can rise with that new vibration and with the sun. So that's a big understanding, a big rebirth. That's what I was trying to find, a rebirth. Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Wands. Wheel of Fortune and the Four of Wands. There. When I was saying about the interaction with other people, what is changing here? First, I have the the Queen of Cups. That's your emotional side. The queens are at the gate between the invisible and the visible. So they're the ones that kind of open the valve. Queen of Cups, she will open the valve into how much love she's allowing to receive in her life. And what is the vibration of these waters? Overwhelming, sad, and all of that? Or allowing only high vibrations? Here I have the Ace of Cup and I have the Two of Cup. So yes, now it is all clear. It's almost like nobody loved me before, and now yes, I am loved, and I can feel it, and everything is on the surface, and I don't have to do anything for it. It is free. This is now what is going to be mirrored in my life. Here, Wheel of Fortune again. This is the change. This is what you understood. And you are probably going to feel more in the month of June the love of the people that is already in your life, that you probably did not allow yourself to feel it so much. And probably will have new people coming into your life with that new vibration. I've got hair a bit everywhere. All right. So, now let's look at the strength. Ooh, okay. Strength and the Six of Sword. Two of Sword. Yes, this is a decision. And here I have the Queen of Pentacle again. It is an inner decision when at that point, once you understand and you see all of that, it becomes an inner decision of who am I? Who am I? Am I somebody that is enough, that has enough, and that can accomplish anything she wants, that has support of the universe? Who am I? Queen of Pentacle, Queen of Pentacle. It is a decision at one point. When we are conscious of all of that. And so it's just a switch then of what is my reality? What is my truth? Oh, and the Nine of Pentacle fell off. I hadn't seen, but there it is right under there. Am I somebody that knows my worth, my value, everything I am built? I communicate with the divine here, with the hawk on her arm there. So yes, I have built my life. I am who I am, and I am independent. It's a decision. Who am I? And that takes strength. It takes strength to be not associated with a Five of Cups anymore, but to let that die. Letting our sorrow die. And it is something that we hold on to. Why? Because it reminds us of what we've had, what we've suffered, and what we've went through. And there's a part of us that is afraid to let that go, because it would maybe mean that I am less than what I was if I don't carry my pain with me. And that is an illusion. So here, this is what you are finally releasing. Queen of Swords for Sagittarius. That's the Moon. So you went in your unconscious. See the call of the sun with the high vibration here. To ask of you to rise. Went all the way to your unconscious. And that's where you were able to go and see the truth there and come out with total integrity. And here I have the Fool. This is what propulsed you to this new cycle here in your life. Show me the Star. The Star for Sagittarius. Star is a healing card also, because once we get the whole understanding of it, yeah, the healing of the Five of Cups, the final healing of your Five of Cups that maybe you've been carrying for a very long time. Always looking back at, well, I have lost this. I have cried over this. I did not receive this and that. Now it's the final healing. Let's look at the Nine of Pentacle and the Five of Sword. Because of course, if we see life based on our wounds, our losses and things like that, we're always trying to compensate for them. That's why the Five of Swords was there. Trying to find ways to have a little bit when it was just, once you're healed and you understand your value, then you just have to stand there and open your arms to receive. You don't have to work for it. You can only receive from the outside world what you believe you deserve based on your worth, on the worth that you give yourself. So, Five of Swords and the Nine of Pentacle. Five of Pentacle. That's why. And now Six of Wands. You understood the lesson. Now your ego is balanced. Because before you felt lack, that you did not have enough, or that you weren't supported, you were rejected and all of that, and then trying to maneuver mentally to compensate. These are two fives, these are two distortions. When they come out together, this is a big trying with intelligence to compensate for that feeling of lack that we have inside. And the feeling of lack that you had inside was nourished emotionally with the Five of Cups, probably by reminding you all the time of what you had you've lost and what you've grieved and how much you suffered. And that's why trying to compensate with your mind and trying to maneuver to get something, but we don't get satisfied when we win this way. It doesn't feed us. But that was the lesson of last month, and that's why you are transforming. You're finally transforming. It's like if you understood it, and now it's time to actually transform into what you understood. It's one thing to understand it here, but then when the Queen of Pentacles is there, this is when we actually embody that truth. Then it becomes our vibration. Then, yes, the life and the reality will change. Now, let's look at the Fool. Knight of Sword. So, and here, Justice. So the Knight of Sword, that understanding, that sword, you're running with it. Running into that new cycle. You understood it and you're like, yes, I'm going to go and cut the head of the dragon with it. I see now where it comes from. Three of Wands. For Sagittarius. Oh, all right. Okay. So I have the Eight of Swords and the Ten of Cups. It's like if you did not know how to bring more love into your life, because you were at the end of that cycle, you needed that extra sword, you know, that, yes, that consciousness grasp, and to bring it into your reality so that you could act on it. Here, that Knight of Sword is liberating you from being in the prison, because we have to remember everything that is with this. Probably before you were always trying to find a way to rise your condition when it came to how you felt that the outside world was treating you, how much love you received, and all of that, attention, and all of that. So, and you probably had all sorts of counter arguments, but it was because you were at the end of your rainbow here, 10 of Cups. And it was time now to receive an Ace of Cups and to be in your Queen of Cups that allows that, so that you could actually get out of there and start receiving. And that's why death is here. It's that final transformation so that you can embody that Queen of Pentacle. The ones of you that are not in relationships, that's when you are going to attract somebody that is going to be there for a very long time. Ace of Wands. This is a new way, and here I have the King of Pentacle, because Queen of Pentacle and King of Pentacle, they're the engaged couple. When I say engaged, I'm not talking before marriage. I'm talking about engagement of oneself into a dynamic with somebody, into the well-being of somebody, and all of that. This is what the King of Pentacle can do, that you can rely on him. Is going to be there through thick and thin. Is going to protect and support and all of that. This is all what you haven't felt before. And even if you were in a relationship, you probably never felt supported and all of that in it. You didn't feel enough in it. Like you had to maneuver and do more to try and be appreciated or whatever, carrying your pain and your losses in you. And so this is going to be a brand new way of doing things, a new lease on life, because you are going to embody your value instead of just understanding it mentally. You're going to embody it. So, Sagittarius, on this, I would like to thank you for watching the videos, liking, commenting, sharing, helping to grow the channel. For private readings, the description is below. And thank you for the ones of you that gave donations. It helps more than you think. And on the new moon, full moon, I do a ceremony, and in there I ask the universe to give you back. Apart from that, my heart to all of you that are dealing with this pandemic still. We're going to get out of this, and let's make the light prevail and keep our light through it all. All my love and light. And I'll see you next month, Sagittarius. Okay?